Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every Thursday morning we take a deep dive into a vintage set. We are going in complete order, so the set we're checking out today is Diamond and Pearl Great Encounters. We're going to be checking some recently sold listings of the cards and sealed products, and then of course we're going to be checking some more cards and products that are going up. We're going to be checking a ton of megas today. And we do have to give thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. Punch-Out Gaming is my local game store that I go to, and it's the #1 game store in all of Minnesota. I've actually been to them all. And they have a super cool card show coming up at the end of the month, which I will be there vending and recording if you guys want to come say what's up and be in a video. And they're only located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities. They have such a good selection of cards and sealed products. Definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. But all right, let's get started. So Diamond and Pearl Great Encounters has 106 cards. Came out February 1st, 2008. This is the set symbol right here. And I do have to mention too, if I seem a little off, this is the sickest I have been since probably high school. I don't know what's going on, but our whole household right now is just crazy sick. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but I will never, ever miss a video. I will always make sure, my videos come out on the exact day they're supposed to. But all right, let's check out the set here. We got some pretty nice holos. Again, they have the levels right next to them. Nothing super, super crazy in my opinion, but they are finally starting to bump up some of the level X's. And we got like all very solid Pokemon here. We got Cresselia, Darkrai, Dialga, and Palkia. Very, very nice. I do have all 4 of these, so I don't need any cards from this set. But we're going to check the most expensive ones. We got the Mudkip Reverse Holo. Let's check out this Palkia level X here. Pretty cool card. Definitely epic. So last sold on here, we got a PSA 9 at 255, Rot 41, 45, 60, 55, 40, 50. We got another 9 at 231. See if we got any 10s on here recently. See, we got an 8 at 36. I don't think that PSA 10 sale was very recent. But the last PSA 10 for this card is $1,926. Next, we have the Dialga Level X. This is coming up in price a little bit. Last sold in PSA 10, $2,773. It was $1,900 before that. But last sold raw, 45, 12, 45, 22, 50, 37, 95, 92, 45. And then here's that 10 for $2,773. All right, we got the Darkrai Level X next. So last sold in a 10 for this is $638. We got a 9 at 60. That can't be right. Oh, PSA 7. And then we got an actual PSA 9 at $215. And then raw, we got 15, 15, 9, 15, 32, 25, 18. Then we have the Cresselia coming up in price a little bit. Last sold in a PSA 10, $600. And now last sold, we got a 9 at 102. Raw at 13, 17, 7, 15, another 9 at 130. We got that 10 at 600. But to find these cards actually super clean, it's going to cost you a little more than, $15 to $20 raw. All right, we got to check out that reverse holo Mudkip. Kind of shocking to see this thing all the way up there. So, doesn't even have a PSA 10 sale on Pokedata. But last sold raw, 9 for a heavily played near mint. How does that work? And we got another rod, 5, 8, 8, 7, 9, 11. So honestly, not very much in this set at all. And then we're going to check some sealed products. We got the Great Encounters booster pack. Last sold for a booster pack, 120, 130, 140, 105, 130, 105, 99, 115, 86. So pretty affordable. All right, we are checking out some megas here. We got the full art Mega Charizard from Evolution, still just slowly climbing. Last sold 45, 60, 65 raw. And we got a PSA 10 at 307. We got a 9 at 82. Another 9 at 95. We got a raw here at 105. Probably clean copy. We got another PSA 10 at 323. All right, next we have the regular Mega Charizard EX. This one isn't textured, but it's still climbing from Evolutions. Last sold in a 10, 154. Before that was 112, 125, 130. We got a 9 at 40, a 9 at 60, and then raw 20, 33, 37, 26. Next, we have the Mega Blastoise from Evolutions. Climbing really good. Last sold $300. We got a 9 at 85. Another 9 at 67. Then we got raw at 60, 45, 22, 22, 40, 30, 48. Next, we have the Mega Blastoise. This one's the non-textured one. Also climbing. Last sold raw 15, 10, 12, 8, 15, 10. We got a PSA 10 at $102. So still very, very affordable. But this was $59 in a PSA 10 in November of 2024. So it's almost doubled in just a few months. Next, we have the Mega Venusaur EX. This is the textured one. Same exact looking chart. Last sold in a 10, 187. Raw at 18, 21, 18, 10. We got another 10 at 185. And then once we start getting to like a lot of mega card reveals, I have a feeling these cards are going to go crazy. Next, we have the Mega Venusaur. This is the non-textured one. Last sold raw 13, 10, 5, 7, 16, 20. And we got a PSA 10 at 100. And we got a 9 at 25 and 27. Oh, and I forgot to do the pop reports. I will add those at the end for the ones we missed. But for the non-textured Mega Venusaur, in a PSA 10, the pop is 2,029. And for a 9, it's 2,171. Next, we have the Mega Gardevoir EX from Steam Siege, also climbing. Last sold raw 35, 20, 25, 19. We got a PSA 9 at 77. See if we got any recent 10s. 300 and 350. And the pop on this thing is 527 for a 10 and 309 for a 9. So not very many graded at all. Next, we have the Full Art Mega Steelix Mega Card from Steam Siege. Same thing, pretty low pop, 313 in a 10 and 266 in a 9. But also climbing. Last sold 8, 10, 20, 20, 20. We got a PSA 9 at 40. And we got a 10 at 195 and 250. Next, we have the Mega Alakazam from Fates Collide. It's probably one of my favorite ones. Last sold raw 30, 19, 38, 20, 40, 50. We got a PSA 9 at 98, another one at 99, and we got a 10 at $316. Ooh, we have another one here for 456 sold from Z&G Emporium. Next, we have the Mega Alakazam. Pop on this thing is 406 in a 10 and 546 in a 9. One of my favorite ones. Last sold for raw is 30, 19, 38, 20, 40, 50, 75. And we got a 9 at 98, another one at 99. And then we got a 10 at 316 and another 10 at $456. And that one sold from Z&G. Usually those auction houses get a little bit more value. That's why I usually don't buy from them, because you're definitely going to overpay on some of those cards. Next, we have the Mega Gyarados. Pop on this thing in a 10 is 501, and for a 9 it's 671. And going up in price a little bit. Last sold raw 40, 18, and in the 10, 480 and $575. Wow. We got a 9 at 152, raw at 45, 58, 59, 60. It is a super cool card. Very, very nice texture also. Next, we have the Full Art M Mewtwo EX. The other one isn't really going up in price too much for some reason. But this thing definitely is. It was $442 in December in a PSA 10 in 2024. Now last sold in a 10, $1,000. And before that, $999. Another one at $699, but that was a little bit ago, last month. And then for raw, 25, 56, 70, 41, 50. I didn't see any 9s. Let's see here. Lots of 10s, surprisingly. We got a 9 at $92. Another one at $105. And the pop on this one is 358 in a 10 and 499 in a 9. Next, we have the Full Art Mega Houndoom. Super cool. I love the green on this card. The pop on this thing is 180 in a 10, and the pop in a 9 is 277, going up in price right now. Last sold for raw 35, 23, 17. And then for PSA 10, we have a $500 sale. Another sale at 430 and 571. Then we got a 9 at 140. Next, we have the Mega Full Art Tyranitar. Pop on this thing is 285 in a 10, and for a 9, 215. Last sold raw 38, 13, 32, 27. We got a PSA 9 at 130 and another one at 100. And last sold for the PSA 10 is $350. It was $230 before that. All right, we're going to go back and check out some of these pop reports that I missed. So we got the Full Art Mega Charizard. This is the textured one. The pop on this thing in a 10 is 10,553, and in a 9 it's 7,935. Tons graded, wow. Now here's the regular Mega Charizard non-textured. Pop on this thing is 7,965 in a 10 and 5,965 in a 9. Then we'll go back. We got the Mega Blastoise EX. This is the textured one with the pink on it. Pop on this thing is 4,467 in a 10, and in a 9, 3,993. And now we got the regular Mega Blastoise here, non-textured. Pop in a 10, 2,565. Pop in a 9, 2,631. Next, we got the textured Mega Venusaur. Pop on this thing is 3,897 in a 10 and 3,266 in a 9. And then I think we got that Venusaur. All right, last on the list, we're going to be checking some recently sold listings of some Mega collection boxes on eBay. Just kind of seeing what they're going for and seeing what they have. There is actually a ton of Mega boxes if you guys want to go look those up. There's like 20 different kinds. So we got the Mega Mawile here, last sold $230. We got the Mega Gyarados box. Very, very nice. Comes with a cool Mega Gyarados statue. $180. I mean, that's crazy for how old that is. You know, especially right now with all these boxes, you know, just regular booster boxes that are brand new are $180. I feel like this is kind of a lot cooler. Looks like we got a little lot here. That card looks fake, and that card definitely looks fake. We got the Mega Latios collection box. Again, super cool little statue. Some very old packs. $147. That sold on March 8th, 2025. Like, that's not too bad at all. We got the Mega Lucario. Again, nice little statue. Solid promo, $350. We got a nice little setup here. Bunch of packs. And the Mega Camera Up EX box. All of this sold for $689. We got the Mega Beedrill box. I actually really enjoy this box. I wish he got a statue, but he got a pin. That sold for $240. Next, we got the Mega Blaziken. I like these taller boxes like this. Again, does not look like we get a figure, but we get a jumbo, which is of a Mega, so that's kind of cool. That sold for $599. We got the Mega Swampert, same exact thing as the Blaziken, sold for $460. Another Gyarados box at $160. This one definitely is damaged. And we got another Beedrill box at $200. We got the Lucario one at $445. And this box is super cool too because it comes with tons of promos in there. There's like 4 promos and then the jumbo. Next, we got the Mega Absol. This only sold for $127. This was in July in 2024. Then we got the Mega Mewtwo box in February 2025, sold for $147. We got the Shiny Mega Gyarados box again for $270. And we got the Mega Charizard Battle Arena Dex. Comes with a very cool promo. Sold for $238. That thing definitely looks damaged though. We got the Mega Diancie sold for $350. Another Absol for $265. We got another Mewtwo at $147. Another Mewtwo at $127. I mean, that's pretty affordable. I know it doesn't come with very many packs, but next we got another Gyarados at $240. Lucario at $350. We got the Mega Camera up here. This only sold for $130. This is a pretty big box. It does have a sticker on it, which says $31.99, so it usually gets a little less value. All right, looking for anything different. We got the Mega Garchomp here at $295 with only 1 bid. The Mega Aerodactyl at $195. Another Lucario at $400. All right, I think we kind of seen everything. I'm not seeing anything else. Ooh, we got the Mega Salamence right here at $341. And another Gyarados one too. A little different. Sold for $275. Comes with a very nice shiny Gyarados down there too. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. I apologize for it being a little short. And then too, if you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And then if you guys want to check out my first vending video, I just posted that last Saturday. And then make sure you check out every one of my Sunday videos. I'm going to be doing a giveaway every Sunday, and the giveaways will keep getting better and better. I'm just going to start off small, and hopefully we can start giving away some crazy stuff soon. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to watch my last Pokemon What If Wednesday, where we talk about if the Pokemon Center ETPs are going to get reprinted, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.